Hi everybody, my name is Vanessa and this is my math landscape. The reason that I chose this picture is because I recently visited the hot spring up by Mammoth and that's where this photo was taken. I just thought it was really beautiful and it just shows all such a wide range of colors and patterns, and it just helps us to see that, you know, just going outside and being able to experience that is, we can learn something new. So the 8 different math sections that I chose were cardinality, conservation of quantity, the need for organization and keeping track when learning math, one-to-one correspondence, one-to-one tagging, subtizing, unitizing, and magnitude. So for the cardinality, I saw in one of the videos that I observed, there was one boy and he was looking around at the other children that he was playing with, and he said, "There's 3 children playing here." He didn't count them, he just kind of looked and he knew that there was 3 of them. So for the conservation of quantity, which is where, if there's a given number, the children will know that it's the same quantity, even if it's arranged differently. So there was a teacher had a pile of blocks laid out on a plate, and then with the class, or with the group of students she was working with, she counted the objects on a plate, and then she dumped the blocks into a plastic cup, and then she asked the children, she said, "How many blocks are in the cup now?" And the children said, "Oh, there's still 8. For the need for organization and keeping track when learning math, there was one child who was working in the loose part center, and they decided to take, it looked like swaps of fabric, and they laid out all the fabrics next to each other, and then they took the plastic animals and organized or matched up the animal pattern and colors with the fabric pattern and colors. And then for cardinality, for one-to-one correspondence, there was one teacher working with a small group of students, and all together they piled up rocks, and together they counted that there were 5 rocks in the pile. So for my own personal experiences, I'm going to start with the one-to-one tagging. I went to a Montessori preschool, and there was this one toy that I really loved. It had different colored beads, and there was 1 bead, then 2 beads, then 3 beads, and to count the beads you slid them over like a wire onto the other side, and so it really helped with that, counting by touching, so one-to-one tagging. And then for subtizing, I grew up with 2 sisters, and whenever we'd go out with my mom, she to the store or whatever, if we wanted to buy something, she'd only buy things in pack, and if it came in a pack of 3, because she knew that if only 1 or 2 of us had it, the other one would lose our minds and have a fit. So I remember one time I really wanted this. It was like a hair bow. It was from Limited Too, and my mom said no because it was just a single one. She's like, "Oh, if you can find it in a pack of 3, that's fine." And so I scoured the store, and I found they had a pack of 4. So I just grabbed it and I ran up to her and I said, "Oh, there's 4, but you can have one." So we ended up getting the hair ties. And then unitizing. Growing up, we had a lot of pets in our family. So, you know, if at school or wherever, if people would ask, oh, how many pets do you have? Instead of just saying, oh, I have 7, I would say, I have 2 cats, and 2 hermit crabs, and 1 cat, and 1 guinea pig, and 1 bearded dragon, so I have 7 pets. And then for magnitude, this isn't really about me, but it's about a child that I nanny. He always tells me, he says, I'm 4, so I'm this big, and he'll put his hands like a little bit far apart, and he'll say, but when I'm 5, I'll be this big, and he'll open his hands a little bit wider to show me that he's going to be farther away from 0. So he's getting bigger. So thank you for listening. Those were the 8 math concepts that I have either observed or experienced. And I feel that, you know, sometimes these concepts are almost, as adults, we don't even think of them separately as concepts because they just come so naturally to us. But as a teacher, it's really important to be able to know what these concepts break down to and what they look like. So it was really helpful to be able to reflect on, you know, previous experiences and be able to pull out just small moments from these observation clips to see what they look like.